2023 mle receive ra apalur Belau mle receive upgrade of rating ra
87.9 EPFM medico ay selkulwase di taligi bel time kata mo sel taksyor gid laban tira hangir oreng laban gelangir oreng mom stay tuned sel talk show.
To relieve you from that negative situation, I won't stop at nothing just to show you the light. Please, I'm begging not to bring me down tonight. Girl, if you can only meet me halfway, you realize all the words you don't need to say.
Why you come and shoot down on a good time ready to flow? You keep on coming and a coming, baby, please stop rocking my boat. Cause I'm ready to rock. Honey, don't say it if you're lying, cause I came here to water down your road. So baby, why you shoot down on a good vibe ready to flow? Cause I'm ready to flow.
A beautiful vibe, don't leave me. Monkeys on my back, too easy. Cover me, baby, and I'll love you freely. I can give it, come and get it. You can have it all.
87.9 EPFM maralungil itasil sa leor kamiw tama sa temetem la amoita okadel bung edel bung ra taltlok 3 minutes past the hour of 1 ilak mo iti amay kal mamasang happy mo open tel program rigit.
Ma'am sulang ako nakakit ako paradise hindi ako spider. Ma'am sulang klaro rin sa tel ako paradise ti ako kwato ko bet sa shorgid nga agpia Morera National Museum in back in town Jim Kesselbrat aka Ngir Oreng nga telo bangedel irung Sunday matedo manglo sabay edel kung talte alle imo madulu ngila tel ako paradise al masawla staff ako paradise maskit talte alle ma ngal Jim ul bangedel lamo tokaral kumalungin badangani hindi ka man ni help pra kamamra museum again may ro talte pra ang Belau na story Captain Wilson mara agel little Belau mabtol mutatan musical mala agel real to real thing Euro Paradise mala tamotsiens itamin loko magimle lo se mem gimame segatek para me gim ngal mo digital file archive museum media magingin alme engamle mla Belau simle almost 10 years ago
2016
mga sigara ko spek ngo swir mi ada museum magi olta simena media o olta take pringi egel real to real take pride aramo mlo se el bot mo klay and his own maldim na doneta temel mal moravar de ngaya ngildo makta dalel ng rumulma igay de Captain Wilson story mo rin sa Belau magel godore sa laben ma ulan yan ginaidik magel adu Belau la itngel maktol litakar Belau ilme ngosugid الكتمك المرتجل بأسل digital form na mo sa eden loreng sa mal appreciate ura sulila asimra welel maldi offer maldi baltigede ngir Belau Belau en tongeta temel ma aududel ma omrel Belau motmok legal maklot tutel yaksi gida Belau ra ura tora litak ma umlitak ma adu ma gigil tokoy langara ko kusel tingin o lao de tingin na Belau Makpanso kam sa te alazim mo kuksmo dia wele el trip pringin me gelorul masel nera ko longot mo el mon igela get litak Belau ma adel Belau ni kapo sa litak abang ni oge
Kumama sulang pia. And Ungil Yeta Sils, Le Corcamiu, good afternoon. Many of you might remember about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I released the first volume of Adidil, Belau, and the songs, Elitakle Belau, the songs of Belau from 1915 to 1970. And I play Stobra 1970 because that's about when the Ngero Belau tapes ended. And so in that last book, what I was trying to do is document the history that kind of ended with the string band era, a little bit into the electric band era. But in about 1968, the string bands, the mandolin, ma guitar, ma ukulele, ma ship biscuit tin, mahangarang. That kind of stopped because the electric instruments came into Palau, the electric guitar and the bass and the drums. And we had a whole new generation of musicians coming in, starting in the late 60s at the Factory Club and Boom Boom, maybe, the Blue Lagoon, Oise. Those were the electric band days, all the way up until to the Pelelu Club in Baramatal. And then in about 1984, 85, that's when the keyboard came to Palau. Tres started playing the keyboard at the Nanyo Ocean, and then nobody looked back. Then it was keyboard from then on, huh? So I stopped the last book in 1970, and I released it in 2022. But I meet every week with my Rubak mentors, Felix Okabe and Yoichi Rangil, and we just kept meeting and talking about Elitakle Belau, and we started talking about songs that were composed in the 1970s, 80s, 90s. And so over the last couple of years, what I've done is pulled together those songs into what will become Volume 2 of Adidil Belau. This one I'm going to call, I think, Adidil and Kuk Mo'a Weekend. because of just the changes of the way that music was enjoyed and was made, starting in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I want to talk a little bit today about the changes that have happened in the Palauan music, Elitakle Belau, between the period of the string band era before 1970 and then in the last 30 years of the 20th century. You know, the comment that I got from many, many people here, especially the older people, is that the real Palauan music is the old music, and the new music is no good. It's too direct. It's not as poetic as the old music. And I'm interested in understanding if that's true and why that is. So over the last couple years, I've collected 150, 160 of the songs from those last 30 years and worked with my mentors to help me make sure that we have all of the words right, understand really what the meaning is behind these songs, and so that then I can go to the next step and really understand, are they the same or are they different? And the reason I'm here this week is that I've released a draft of this Volume 2, And now I'm sitting with composers, Haley, ma Luis, ma Edward, ma Roland, and Felix, and talking about, let's check the words, make sure this is what you had intended. Because, there's a lot of songbooks that are floating around Palau.
Oh, yes.
And I've collected...
Utahongs.
I've collected maybe a dozen of them from different people. And what I find is that there's a lot of differences between the songbooks. And then when you listen to the recordings, the singers sing even different words still. And so in the first book, most of the composers, they're passed on, and I can't ask them, what did you really intend by that?
I see.
And so what we have to go by is the earliest recordings we can find. Now, we still have some of the composers. We've lost some of them, but we still have many of the composers alive. And this is an opportunity to get it the way they meant it to be when they first wrote the song. So that's my work for the next couple of weeks. And anybody...
It is not the horses, but the...
Yeah, the horse's mouth.
Masigiw mouth.
Oh, I say. And anyone who sees me on the street or in the restaurant, please stop by and tell me what you think of the songs, especially in the last 30 years. But what I want to talk about this afternoon is what I've kind of my initial thoughts of how the music has changed or not changed. And the first thing to say is that the subject of the music, for the most part, has not changed.
Oh.
So what I found was in the songs up until 1970, about 85% of the songs were songs about love. Mostly about heartbreak. And for the period between 1970 and 2000, it's about the same. It's about the same, mostly about heartbreak. But there are some changes. There are some real changes that I'm seeing that are interesting. I think that they're really interesting. And like I said, these are some initial thoughts. I haven't really developed these thoughts very, very far, but I just wanted to share some of my initial thoughts and hear what you have to think about this, Pia.
Yeah.
The one thing I would like to say, though, before we talk about that, is that my impression of the songwriting that happened in the last 30 years, or in the last 30 years of the 20th century, is that the composers were very, very good.
Really? Wow.
People like Haley,
Yes.
Belau,
Malang.
they used the poetry of the Palauan language in ways that even surpassed what their elders, elders did. The elders, they established the style, right? But these other composers that I'm going to talk a little bit about today, they pushed the boundary even beyond that. And there is just some really, really profound and deep thoughts that are nuggets that can be thought about in the lyrics of the song.
And that's the lyrics also, listening to the lyrics, do you feel like you can tell that somehow Palau has changed?
And we're going to talk about a few of those things. So actually, let's start with that.
Okay.
So
let me just say, malungil tel title la Adidil ng mo a weekend, because before we did not really say hindi mla kado manya concept together weekend. So it shows us the progress. We are 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, Saturday work. We look forward for weekend to relax, sa music and do other enjoyable things. Malungin na title lang.
I see.
Okay.
So I want to start Oh, and the other thing I want to say before I keep going is that if we have time today, we're going to talk about 7 different composers in 7 different songs. But these are not the 7 composers who are the best composers of Belau. There are many, many good composers in Belau, and we just don't have time to go through all of them. I could do this show many, many times, and I hope to have the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
But let's start with I want to start with the first song, which is a song composed by Imese Kahal, composed by Imese Ezekiel, who was the premier composer of the prior generation. So the song we're going to talk about was composed sometime before 1981, so probably in the late 70s, early 80s. And Imese is getting towards the end of his life at this point because he died in 1984, I think, late 84. But this song is called Adidil and Tutungang. And it's an interesting song because it's not a love song. And it's Imese's commentary on how life has changed especially in Koror, by the late 70s or early 80s, when everybody, both the men and women are working. And so the traditional way of gathering and preparing food has been disrupted by this new lifestyle.
Yeah.
So a song like this, there's no songs like this prior to 1970.
Right.
Nobody's talking about the way we live, kind of thing. So this is funny because, they're eating someng and iwasi, and he tells this story in a very funny way. So if we could listen to this first song, and then we'll talk a little more about it.
It's going to be 26% out. So it's been number 12 or 24. 2026. Total administration of the sum 160,466,000. The amount of 162,416,000.
Makongi siya osama e ispiya some Aola elama mga ngemarera mama Segera bas makogi e gora lyonterte Engiya meri melira dale kalgora di galma Mati miluto gamada gemo ara uraya Tegraba senga bosangi di mande dolu Ulyaraman yaga odime edi magati walo Antagok marama lulmura aiwasi Tegraba senga bosangi akdi mande dolu
was Sikitong Beltao with the Pearl Lounge Band in 1986.
Pearl Lounge, yeah.
Yeah. So really interesting the way he's describing life. It's kind of funny the way he's describing the story, but very serious if you think about what the words are. So the next one I want to talk about is a song from Haley Ari, and I could pick a dozen different songs from Haley to just demonstrate just how good of a composer he actually is. But I want to use this one because this is a song that describes the very personal, painful experience of a young Palauan man who was incarcerated in Hawaii. And Haley's telling this from the third person, but he's describing the trauma and the pain and the loneliness of this person in there. So again, this is not a love song. And again, this is a new kind of storytelling that hadn't been done prior to this. So this is going to be Haley singing this from 1985, right when he wrote the song. So this is Kareohe.
Anyway.
Maging gerdan netira gausia
beautiful use of
Oh,
language to just describe the just difficult journey of this young man. And the only song that I can think of that is even close, but not even close, is Kabakolo Alfonso's song Vietnam Tayori, where he's describing the soldier being far away and being lonely for Palau. But this one kind of takes it up to a whole new level.
yeah, and you sort of feel the pain.
Yeah,
The words.
yeah,
And they're both talks about these two guys from Imalika. Belau and
So the next song that I wanted to talk about, the next composer I wanted to talk about, was a song that was composed by Roland Tangelbath, and as a way of really pointing out just the talent of the entire Tangelbath clan in terms of songwriting. But what's unique about this next song is the incorporation of a Palauan legend into a song. And again, this is something that had not been done prior to 1970, at least that I have not found.
yes, Manmarang.
So there's several examples of this in this 1970 to 2000 period where people have taken, including Roland's mother, Sylvia did that, Kodeb Klola did that, taking a Palauan legend and then using that as part of the story. And what's interesting about what Roland has done here is he's telling a little bit of the legend of the turtle taking the woman's skirt. So you could probably tell the story better than I can, but the woman and the man get together on Ngamalis. They have a little affair, and during the activities, her grass skirt is carried off by a turtle, and then when they get back together again, they see the turtle coming on shore with the skirt.
Yeah.
And Roland is telling or referring to this story. He doesn't really tell the story, but he tells it from the perspective of the wind.
The wind.
The wind.
Wow.
So let's listen. This was written in 1990, and this was recorded by Edward Ongarung in 1990. So let's listen to Imol Yot. what's interesting, one of the interesting things to me about this song is that it's written in the third person from the wind's perspective. And if you think about most Palauan songs are what are called conversational songs, where it's written in the first person, usually whoever's been left behind, complaining about the person, their former love that has gone away.
Is this like one of its kind?
There's other third-person songs like this.
No, but this is about Tiamalungin. I really didn't.
Yeah, it's
like Roland is so creative.
He's a very.
If
you're listening, Roland, you are very creative.
Yeah. Really, Malungin. You can just imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling me he wrote this when he was at the University of Guam, just looking out over from his balcony, looking out over the came to him. The one thing that what I described about this song is that it's a reimagining of the legend, told from a completely different way.
Right,
and there is an example, an older example that I found actually when I was helping UPIA in the museum's media library. I found a tape that Boisek Amaldion had written, and it was called. It was a song that he called Maybe.
Maybe.
And it was it was more of a chant. It wasn't really a Derabasil, but in that one, he's wondering about the second meeting of this couple, and maybe they stay together.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Altang soak, tang. Anyway, let's move on to the next song I want to talk about. This was written by a woman named Remurang Skang, and I had a nice chat with her about this song. This is a song that is pretty unique, but it's really talking about the fun of childhood.
Oh, wow.
And Imise wrote several different songs that would kind of fall in this. I'm thinking about the song where I can't remember the title of it, but where all of the children are playing on the beach and having a good time and stuff like that. I really like the way Remurang she lays out this story very chronologically, very much from the beginning to the end. And this is of a bunch of kids playing the game that they call Eat.
Oh, that's the song.
Yeah, and Eat is the way she explained it to me is kind of like tag or hide and seek or something like that. And just listening to the words to this brings me back to my childhood, because this is something that I played when I was a kid. And just you can I was watching some kids this weekend playing in the neighborhood, and kind of that same feeling of just unrestrained joy of running around and having a good time. So let's listen. This is Anvalin Salvador singing E in 1988.
Oh, wow. Remurang Skang.
Adidil, engkau berserai, maksudmu artiku. Posisi tama ada lagi, el baile el babu bay.
So I think that just so perfectly captures the excitement of getting ready for the game, the playing the game, and then just being exhausted when they're done, and especially in the morning. Skarete.
Skarete umili ras.
So the next song I want to talk about is a song that Felix Okabe composed in about 1990, I think. And there's several things I want to describe about this song that really are a little bit unique. So most Palauan songs, especially from the earlier songs, like I said before, they tell the story of a love story. So typically a song starts off with Adidil and Kabasage, Adidil, Rabwil, or whatever, you know. And, you know, thinking back to the time when everything was good, and then usually progressing through the what I call the acts in the love drama. So the acts in the love drama would be you have the first courtship, and then the honeymoon, and then maybe things are not going so well, and then all alone at the end, right? And most Palauan songs are written from the all alone perspective, after everything is over. There's a few songs that are written at the honeymoon phase where everything is just perfect.
At the beginning.
There's a few songs that are written at the beginning. You know, kind of like the Beatles' "I Want to Hold Your Hand" kind of thing, where it's like, or talk. And what is interesting about this song, and there's only a few songs in this period that do this, is that the entire song describes one instant in time. It describes the feelings that this person is feeling in that one instant of time. And in this case, it's the sadness that Felix was feeling at the time. So let's listen to this. This is Dela Aruk. And again, this is Edward Ongarung in 1990 singing this song.
Mastogi Am lelengala Maul miro mo Alevole sama Abdir argu El rieda Gavasane Mastogi Amo umamanye Didimla Kudengea Wa elamada Arwe Gavasane Maskogi Amo umamanye Didimla Kudengea Wa elamada Arwe
So just beautiful imagery there,
Yeah.
and just very deep words and
Felix, yeah.
yeah, deep
Yeah.
feelings. You can just feel
Mm.
the emotion in this song.
Wow. Nagamal kakarose with different playing and different emotions.
Yeah, but all happening
Yeah.
while standing on the bridge.
Oh wow.
What I say? Yeah. The next song I'd like to talk about is by one of my favorite composers. I can't talk enough about just the sheer poetry of Belau. He wrote some just amazing songs when you sit and listen to them and think about what he's trying to say. So I picked this one song because it actually fits with the title of the book. This is a song called Weekend. And the setting of this song is in Guam. And it's a very interesting song to me for a couple of different reasons. First of all, the storytelling is very interesting. He's telling the story of a guy who he's getting ready and he's excited to go to the fisherman's tavern. And he's going to go among the raw fishermen's. And so he brings his spear, which really is his pool cue. And and he's all excited. But then it gets really interesting, because then the next couple of verses is about getting to fishermen's and kind of what transpires. And what's interesting about it is that he sees this woman on Marine Drive, I guess, going to fishermen's in a red skirt. And he keeps referring to her as the skirt or the red skirt. And actually there's a line in here that says he sees her in the car next to him. Yakume sakora milsasel sailangel el mesbesebek el mobedula tamuning. And Yoichi Regiel's comment to me is, how could the skirt be flying if she's in the car? That doesn't make any sense. But the way that he uses the skirt as the noun that fills in for the woman throughout is really interesting. And then it's also a social commentary, because if you remember the song, the singer does not end up with the skirt.
Mhm.
Instead, it's an officer from Anderson.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a sort of a commentary on the competition and how that was a thing back in that time. So let's listen to Brisha. This is Brisha Tangabad singing with band at Fisherman's Tavern in 1980. Weekend.
Bye.
he goes home all by himself. Blas was quite a composer. I want to close with the last song here, and this is a song by Luis Calu. And actually, I just learned the real story of this yesterday, so I wanted to include this. So this is a song that Luis wrote in 1993. It takes its tune from a Rod Stewart song, I think. And just like Felix's song, it's talking about describing a single moment in time. And when I first heard the song and thought about the song, I thought, oh, this is about this romantic love that is just, what do I say? It's just at the beginning. Just at the beginning of romantic love, where the person is just hoping that they can meet with each other. But the actual story is that Luis was waiting at Tidak Dululang with, he was waiting for Elvino Aichi to show up so that they could practice. And Elvino was late. And so, as true to form for Luis, he wrote this as a teasing song, Omekako. And there have been songs, and there's a tradition within Palauan music to do some teasing, but I think Luis takes it to a new art form.
He's thinking of a Makakol song.
So I wanted to use this one to point it out, because when you listen to the words of the song in the light of knowing the story, it brings an entire new meaning to the thing. So let's listen to Dululaang from 1993.
Wow.
Segura era
So one of the things that this does is it points out, this was Candy Taman, the very famous Chamorro singer. It points out the very close relationship between the Palauan musicians, including Haley, musicians and composers, and the Chamorro musicians who were working in Saipan and Guam. And there's many examples from the 70s and 80s of melodies that are shared between the two, and songs going back and forth. So, but this was just a short examples of just the richness of the songwriting that happened in the last 30 years, and there are many, many, many more like this.
Kamal masula kamal masaula Jim, I got to give him tab. Come other Belau, we enjoy, but there is only a richness, the creativity other Belau. Thank you for bringing the attention. We have a Hall of Fame act, which a museum again Tautani, Yakabasio. You may say it's the first Hall of Fame, and then we should bring attention to these composers, these people who are so creative. Malungil, mesali wis ko team no, may the albino libya litak morning. It's a nice song to end with the show. Ma actually invite kami lang morning Mr. Oreng, the group of composers. Amo ngania tamos ako na Thursday night at museum, so sumukom dera se imem dora sa tira tamal dastal bornya gay del band bornya band na museum ra kapsingera Thursday
at 10 o'clock
6 o'clock
6
to 10 maldi ta'aklok to help the museum, and we'll provide some snacks and drinks, and there will be Mr. Oreng, our special guest, Jim, and then there's Felix, Roland, Luis, Gilliard, Edward, Lee, Stais. Tigal beto ko nga tege del grupo please magimal mga madawra beklaad mo morengas hukmoran mi relax doreng sa litakle the street tigal composers gidel mal masawla zimul mla ko ra hukma laswed ma ngudel mo street tigal beto ko lungil other Belau malmdu mitakle mdu maliba litakle
It's not easy to do what these people have done, and we should honor them for their hard work.
Especially you and Masaul putting all this together.
I just listen.
It's amazing how I gang, and then I got a little clear Adidil. Tokoraw toy talamal dalawil ang naklan diri ka mo nyak ko ma remidal sa alim ang sel yol talmi am lidiul malungi aldim na kadam daso sing sa ay litak law ay say gid so kadam Maria sure gid any last word?
My only words are thank you to everyone who's helped me, and my only goal here is to document this history before we lose it, and my request is that I hope Ngarnia other Belau out there who can pick up the torch and go 2000 to 2025.
Yes,
because I'm coming to the end of my energies to be able to do this. So, but it's important. One of the things that I've learned here is even though many of the composers are still alive, our memories are fading.
Oh yes.
And when we think about when did I write that song, and so if we can document it now, now is the time to do it.
And we have new young composers also.
We have
that
some
we
very
should-
talented
wow,
composers.
Yeah.
And so I'm just hoping that the next generation can, take the time. I know it's a lot of work,
It is.
but take the time.
And you're all doing this on your own, free time,
Yeah,
pro bono.
pro bono, but
Wow. I don't know. Nowadays, Adamal de Osiga, you have to Osiga although then nobody is talented and musically inclined and all know all the notes like you, and also an engineer, so you can civil engineer, right? We'll have to look for a Palawan civil engineer, a musician who read notes and play all kinds of instrument. Tiyaman maring lalo the fill your shoes.
Fill my Zoris.
Fill your Zoris. At ako malmasulangan hindi ka mabas sa Thursday evening. Giyo nito na Eco Paradise di advertiser ngi magi mga flyer may 6 to 10 museum, National Museum. Yung support ra musician sir kita doon sa mukungin alitak la. Thank you. Malmasulang ma Thursday.
Okay, sige daw lo bangalila. Atok sure gid lo bangila ngira orang mapia. Sige da tokon lamek mulwase. Terminal melong ewa lurior elol maklok al maturi ultlok this coming Thursday 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Ngaringi sil kurati onga kalmarara a museum o itigirogul musicians itigirogul adar alitak lang arsay mapang ita support ti terminal melong ewa lurior ra elol maklok ra kapsingay almora 3 o'clock ra kapsingay 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thursday Belau National Museum lang ra lurior ra lurior